This is the Insta360 Go 3S, and this is the perfect dad cam. In fact, it's the best camera for parents in general. If you want to capture some clips of your kids running around, or perhaps you're going on vacation and want to stitch something together. Now you might be asking yourself, what is the difference between something like the Insta360 Go 3S and something like an Osmo Action or even a GoPro? Well, besides the fact that it has a flip-up screen, which makes it super handy for vlog-style videos, it also harbors a secret, and it is in this button here on the side. You push this in, and the camera comes out and clips into something like this. And from here, I can review the footage on this little caddy. And my wife and I were running late for our weekly game of pool the day that I picked this up, so I quickly unboxed it, updated the thing, and off we went. Now, while I don't recommend hitting your Insta360 Go 3S with a bunch of pool balls, it did take it like a champ, and we got a couple of cool shots in the process. Now I know what you're thinking, how am I getting these shots? Is this on a tripod? What's going on? Well, besides the fact that this little thing pops out of its case, it also has another secret. See, this little guy is magnetic. It'll even stick to my PC case, right here. So this little camera is all about the really cool angles. The fact that I can take out this tiny little pill thing and be able to get shots like this is super cool. Now, if you're a regular viewer of my channel, you've probably already noticed me using this thing in one of my more recent videos. But today we're gonna focus on the dad cam. We're gonna focus on me using this on holiday with my family. I'm gonna show you how versatile this camera really is. Now, I will say that I'm not going to go through all of the specs and settings. There are a million videos on YouTube about that already, but I will quickly highlight exactly what this thing can do. We have 4 buttons on this thing. We've got our record button, we've got our power button, we've got our Q button, which changes between modes. We have the ability to be able to flip up the screen. And finally, a little button on the side that releases the camera from its caddy. This little camera is filled with options. We've got video, frame-free video, time-lapse, time shift, slow motion, loop recording, star lapse, interval photo, HDR, and just regular photos. That's an insane amount of options. For resolutions, we've got 4K, 2.7K, and 1080p. 9 times out of 10, I'm using 2.7K at the very unusual frame rate of 50 frames per second.
I see lava again.
The thing that I like the most is that this thing is pretty inconspicuous. It's not very big in my hand, and it doesn't draw a lot of attention. What did you get, Bubba?
Mango cake. You can try.
Now, one mode I want to highlight is the kids mode. I hand this thing off to my kid all the time. Kids mode will basically prevent certain sounds and lights from activating, and it will even prevent button presses, and you can turn these on and off individually. Very, very handy if you're running around with your kids. You can even set to pre-record 30 seconds of video before you press the shutter. So we're out on a friend's farm at the moment, and I just want to really reiterate how good this is as a dad or mum cam. Having a flip-up screen is super duper handy, and giving it to my kid, no problems. What noise does a chicken make?
Bok bok.
What about a sheep?
Ma.
See anything in the boxes?
No.
Any eggs today? Another cool accessory that the Go 3S comes with is this little magnetic necklace that you can actually put under your clothes, and it just clips straight on. I'll show you what I mean. So as you can see, not there. Take the 3S out, and it clips right on your clothes. Then you get a cool little walking POV.
With my camera, right? With my camera. There's Jack. So easy. I can run faster now. Is that my fudge? Ja.
Who's there? Who are you? I'm always looking for an opportunity, something metal to to stick this to. Today is a particularly beautiful day. So honestly, this is the perfect pocketable camera. I get a couple of 10-15 second clips, and then I just go ahead and turn it off, and it goes straight back into my pocket. Now the Go 3S has onboard storage only. It has no SD card. This version is the 64GB version, but there is also a 128GB version. I thought that this would be a problem for me, but it isn't, and I'll tell you why. If I have a large amount of storage, I end up just stockpiling all of my footage and do nothing with it. By using this camera and something like the Insta360 app, I can go ahead and transfer my files and edit them on the go, which I have been doing. However, there is another easy way to be able to do a transfer. Because everything is stored on the camera itself, you need something like this guy, the Quick Reader. This is the Quick Reader. The Quick Reader will allow me to be able to attach the camera like so and then connect it via Lightning or USB-C. It will allow me to connect it directly to something like my phone. No wireless needed. From there, I can go ahead and transfer files straight from the camera to my phone. You take a close look just here, you'll see that there is also an SD card, which means I can transfer my files from here straight onto an SD card for editing later. Very cool. Ready, Jay? Jump on the camera. Put your hand past it. Hey! Now, if you haven't noticed already, we're in Canberra for the day, and it was at this point where Jade asked to wear the camera. So we popped the necklace on her and away she went.
I'm almost there. Come on. It's too windy. Hello, Mom.
Hi, sweetie.
And if you were wondering, yes, this thing is waterproof. Just make sure you take it out of its case. It's the end of the video and you're thinking, Payne, what about the battery life? How come you haven't mentioned it? Well, the truth is, I don't really know. See, Insta360 say that this thing by itself will last 38 minutes and this will last 140 minutes. It's a battery pack as well. But I never ran out of battery. It lasted an entire day of shooting, and then at the end I would just go ahead and charge it. Because I'm only getting sort of 10, 15, 20-second clips at most, I find that I just never really ran out. And at the end of the day, that's all you really need. You just throw it into your bag or into a pocket, carry it around and capture a couple of quick clips. Stitch them all together and you'll end up with something like I've got behind me. If you've enjoyed today's video, I've got loads of other videos on tech and gaming and other cameras like this one. So make sure you like and subscribe if you've made it to the end, and go ahead and check out one of my other videos. I'd really appreciate it. Other than that, I'll see you next time. Bye everyone.